waking up. My inhaler's not really doing anything. Do I call in tomorrow and just stay home and chill?
Well, more like, see what it is you're getting what it is that's not, because of the fires that you had down there, for one.
Yeah.
And two, it's getting towards the fall of the year where you're getting the fall pollens.
Yeah.
Now, in your case, it's probably a combination of the two that's making it to where you're having issues breathing.
Yeah.
So, at least you're not having the issue like he was having.
And then the other thing that I'm concerned about is if I do go in with the way that I'm feeling now, and so, backstory, one of our guys' wives was exposed to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go in and possibly get COVID again because of the way I'm feeling? Like, it's not a guaranteed thing, but last time I felt kind of crappy and I went to work, I got COVID twice.
Yeah, no, I would just call in because of the fact that, like, if you're having problems breathing already, all going in is going to do is make it work. You have to stretch your lungs more than necessary.
And then when I went to take my inhaler, when it hit the back of my throat, it started to make my throat burn and like make me cough.
Yeah, see, that makes me think that you got like maybe a sore throat or something going on too.
I know I'm very congested right now and it's hard to breathe.
Maybe I do need to do that. Because it was fine if whatever fucking happened yesterday.
And like, I really haven't processed all the stress that I've been dealing with. I've just been kind of
yourself first.
Yeah. But yes.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realize my mic was still on.
If you insist on following me, then step lively, Stibbenses. I told those duplicates to wait in the hut, but did they listen? And that door back there, it was open when we came through the first time. The broken seal lies in that direction. I suppose it's good the duplicates followed after me. The duplicates are the key, as it were. I did a thorough study of this hall. One of the side alcoves contains a floor plate, a switch, I believe. When the doors were open, the switch wasn't important. Now that the defenses have been engaged... Oh, I'm certain of it. Just get a duplicate to stand on the floor plate, and the doors will swing open. A confident command should be enough to get a duplicate to obey you. Just keep the command simple. Tell them to follow you, or wait. Yes, they activated as soon as the seal was broken. Though whether they're the Zodmeers or the sorcerers, I have yet to determine. Oh, and be aware that the duplicates are afraid of water. You'll need to figure out how to entice them across. Have you seen the prank the locals play on one another? They get a friend to stand within a circle of flowers, then they kick a nearby vine tongue. The vine tongue reflexively grabs anything inside the circle. Perhaps we can use that here. Command a duplicate to wait in that nearby circle of flowers by the water's edge. Then go and give that vine tongue across the way a good swift kick. With any luck, the vine tongue will reach out and drag the duplicate to the other side. And people wonder why I consider myself the smartest person in the room. Once across, command the duplicate to follow you to the floor plate, the one with the blue fire. Then tell him to wait there. Once he's on the plate, the door should open.
Stibbo, follow. Stibbo, stay here. Stibbo, stay close. Stibbo, wait.
I did something, but not what I was hoping for. Nothing is ever simple when it comes to Stibbons. Why should I have expected anything different from these pale imitations? Even if the floor plate didn't open the main door, it does seem to have unlocked something. Look how the blue fire blazes. This switch. While you seek the switch that unlocks the main door, I'll study these carvings. I have more than enough to spare, and you'll need one if you come across another floor switch. Just look for the blue fire. Otherwise, don't be concerned.
Stibbo, I'm coming.
Made myself a drink, last drops dead man's fingers, coffee, rum, made it with milk, not bad.
Nice. Sounds good.
Stibbo, I'm waiting. Here comes Stibbo. Stibbo, stand here. Oh, wait for Stibbo. I'm Stibbo.
Back, you fetcher!
Who dares walk the halls of the sorcerer Atavius?
Stibbo no follow. Stibbo follow.
You seek to stop my escape? Fool! You shall serve alongside the one who calls himself Stibbons.
Stibbo here. Oh, wait for Stibbo. Stibbo no follow. Stibbo, I'm coming. Stibbo, I'm waiting.
Whatever you did in the South Wing didn't unlock the main doors. But But it did open the door to the North Wing. I suppose I'll have to send you and the duplicates there next. Whatever you did in the South Wing caused the ancient mechanisms in this Zonmir to stir. But instead of unlocking the main doors, I heard the definite click of a lock sliding open by the door to the North Wing. Did you find anything else in there? Sorcerer Rectavius? Yes, that's the name mentioned in the carvings. Actually, the entire tale is quite fascinating, if I'm understanding it correctly. The ancient Gel language is nearly impossible for anyone who isn't Argonian to comprehend. Only a rough translation, mind you. To cheat death, the sorcerer transferred his mind into... well, the literal translation is death mud. What we who know such things call a voroplasm. Not how I would choose to spend eternity, but I detest goo. Unclear. When all else fails, I err on the side... Whatever you did... Only a rough translation, mind you. Unclear. When all else fails, I err on the side of excessive violence. I still have a section of the carving to translate, however, and I want to figure out what this Rectavius wants with Stibbons. In the meantime, I have another task for you. Enter the now accessible North Wing and look for more floor plates. One of them must open the main doors. And take the remaining duplicates with you. Goodness knows Stibbons excels at standing in one place. Is it any wonder the duplicates do too? Such as? We know he's talented. It takes a great deal of magicka, applied with precision, to transfer one's essence into an alien form. He's also quite insane. What's the point of living forever if you're nothing but a ball of ooze?
Stibbo,
Stibbo,
follow.
stay close.
Getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. I really don't like your odds.
Stibbo, wait. Stibbo, stay here. Stibbo, I'm coming. Oh, wait for Stibbo.
Still you persist, and you use my own puppets against me. Such audacity will not go unpunished.
How you feeling?
Just stressed and tired, and my asthma is still, it makes it feel like there's something on my chest whenever I try and breathe in.
Stibbo, stay close.
Need break.
Now, Stibbo.
From work?
that's the tea.
Yes.
You come first, not work.
Yeah, that's true.
Here comes Stibbo. Stibbo, I'm coming.
Think me time.
Yeah, I just feel guilty for taking me time because we're always so short-staffed. And it doesn't help that they make me feel guilty either.
What are you doing? Stop it right now, and perhaps I'll let you live.
Oh, wait for Stibbo. Follow. Stibbo, stay here. Stibbo, no.
Sounds like they don't care. As long you turn up for work, that shouldn't be so.
Pretty much. They don't care as long as you show up.
Oh, wait for Stibbo.
So when is new job coming along?
Well, if everything goes the way I want it to, I'm gonna start looking at applying to the hospital. I just have to get an appointment to do a COVID shot and a few other things.
Here comes
But
Stibbo.
yeah, I'm looking at maybe working at the hospital instead for the same hours until I can get out of college. But I just can't work at Walmart anymore. I thought switching to days would be different because I'm not doing everybody else's job, but I'm still doing everybody else's job, just with more stress. And they're not even giving me the chance to adjust to my new work
The enemy
schedule
is this way.
before yelling at me and belittling me about how to do my job. So,
Stibbo, stand here.
Time to let them know how to shove it in a nice way.
pretty much. Especially if they want to keep treating me the way they're treating me and chewing me out. I'm honestly just ready to find a new job. I was trying to get used to this 9 to 6 thing, but I can get used to any schedule as long as I'm happy with the job.
Stibbo, stay close.
This one is bringing you down, should not be so soon as you can say bye.
Yeah, honestly it is. I've been working there for almost 3 years now, and with nothing to show.
Stibbo, wait.
They've had me forced into so many different positions that I don't like doing my job anymore and I don't want to show up. And then they stress everybody out by just yelling at people and
Stibbo, I'm
thinking
waiting.
it's okay. And it's not okay, but they can get away with it because no one reports them. And it's just ridiculous. And honestly, working at Walmart has been one of the worst work experiences I've ever had, and I've only had about 5 jobs.
there you are. We need to talk. Whatever you and the duplicates did, it worked. The main doors unlocked with an audible click. Before we rush in and attempt to deal with the sorcerer, we should discuss our options. I discovered something unsettling in the ancient carvings. According to my very rough translation, we can't simply repair the seal and lock away the sorcerer again. The Argonians employed ancient rituals that I know nothing about. I doubt the local priest knows them either. This all happened so long ago. I only see one option. We're going to need to slay the sorcerer, or destroy the blob of goo he occupies. And I'd like to accomplish that without killing my manservant. That reminds me. I think I understand the purpose of the duplicates now. It's ingenious. As a ball of slime, the sorcerer can't break the seal or free himself. The Argonians made sure you needed hands for that. So he grabbed Stibbons and used him as a model for his mindless servants. Instant hands, as it were. We need to get Stibbons away.
Won't say no more about it. Here if you need to chat.
Then we need to destroy the voroplasm that contains the sorcerer's essence. That
Thanks,
should
I
break the
appreciate
curse.
it.
I
I'ma just
expect we'll find them
game
both
some.
beyond the main doors.
Try and chill. I don't know how long I'll game for, but I'll probably stay up way too late and not go in anyway.
Based on the information contained in the carvings and some logical assumptions, I believe the sorcerer needs hands to finish breaking the seal. Hands he gave up when he opted for gooey immortality. The Stibbons duplicates fill that purpose. Interesting question. We've seen that most of the duplicates swarmed around me for some unimaginable reason, and you ran into a few corrupted versions. It appears that no matter what form Stibbons takes, he never quite seems to get the...
Are we having drink or lol water?
We must be getting closer to the sorcerer's lair.
For right now, water, but maybe I'll grab something else.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
BRB garlic bread is ready.
Okay.
So much muck! Stibbons' first task upon rescue will be a deep scrub of my boots.
Stibbo make hurt now.
beyond that door.
That meated bones is mine. I shall be free.
There, Stibbins! Inside that thing. The Sorcerer's Shield. We need to destroy it.
When I get home from work I get peckish low.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Yeah, I'm the same way, except when it's hot out, then it's a no-go.
Weaken the shield! Keep at it! The shield is down! Get Stibbins out of there while I keep the Voroplasm in place.
It cannot end like this.
Oh, Stibbins, tell me you're unharmed. Not here. Let's return to the first hall.
As you say, milady. My lady, I must apologize. I seem to have mucked everything up again.
Yes, but I've grown accustomed to your antics. Besides, I had a very capable assistant. Well, that was an unusual adventure. Puts things in perspective. After all, nothing drives home the realization that one manservant is more than enough, like an abundance of Stibbins. I shudder to think about all that goo, though. I would say so. Of course, it will take time before the sorcerer's magic fully dissipates. And I'm no expert on voroplasms. I suppose he could pull himself back together, eventually. Here, take this. I insist. Unlike Stibbins, you earned it.
Well done, Lady Laurent. I sense the curse has been broken. Even now, I feel the last vestiges of the sorcerer slipping
She's
away.
waddling so
Except
fast,
remains
but
in
she's
the
not
shiny
walking that
head,
fast.
of course.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm fine. My lady safely extracted me from the blob of sorcerer.
The sorcerer's goo lingers, like nose slime on a hatchling's claw.
Ah, goo! Shoo shoo!
Stibbins, I won't tolerate muck in my manor house.
Thank you for helping the long hair break the sorcerer's curse. These chambers should stand empty, just as my ancestors proclaimed when they abandoned them long ago. The many truths of Sithis cannot be contained within stone and walls. As a prison for the sorcerer, we valued the structure. But with that threat subdued, we shall just ignore the place and watch as it eventually crumbles to dust.
the roads here, man. I pick up...
I hear ya, noisy little chits. These ones are always going on about this great treasure they hid. Think they have to shout since my ears aren't what they used to be, but I can hear just fine. I knew that would get your attention. I'm not the sort of woman who would lie, you know. Can't tell you where it is, not with all these little ones running around. They don't want it to be too easy for you. I can give you a hint, though. They say it's a place of buried ruins and lost hopes. And also stone arches. I've asked, and there's nothing poetic about the arches. The squirrels say they're not even that good for climbing on. I'm tired of the squirrels' annoying chatter. Still, these little creatures have been my loyal companions for a long time. I'd like to see someone else grow to respect their usefulness like I have.
Never thought I'd still... I don't know where I'll go, but I can't stay here. Bandits destroyed my home, cut down my family, and took everything I had. How can they do this? If they were Imperial rats, I'd understand. But fellow Argonians... there's not much left, I'm afraid. A warlord named Nazosa moved his people into the nearby ruins. They come every so often and demand our food and supplies. Then they beat us when there's nothing to hand over. Some try to fight back, but without our we call them the Winds. The bandits killed one, and the others refused to leave their isolation and help us. Perhaps you could convince them? An outsider's voice may change their minds. No doubt the village will reward you if the Winds see reason. You're the first bit of hope I've seen in a long while. I must. I know it's shameful to abandon your tribe, but staying means too much pain. I see visions of my mate everywhere. Not real ones, just memories. Starting fresh. Well,
It won't wash away visions. But what else can I do? Another outsider. Our village is under attack, outsider. If you can't help, then leave.
A stranger wandering through stone wastes. Have the scavengers arrived to pick the bones of our village? If that's why you came, well, there's not much left. We are already squeezed dry. Yes. She told me about her plans to leave us. Can't say I blame her. When that total Zilnek of a warlord Nazosa moved his people into our ruins, shadows crept upon us. At one time, we had protectors to keep us safe, but no more. Those are them. The legendary Four Winds. They defended our village until one day they had some big argument. After that, they disbanded. 3 moved to the outskirts of the village and 1 stayed. She died during a raid by Nazosa's people. Good, good. Slivers of bright sun might poke through this storm with your help. Let's start with Elosi, the sudden gust. She lives on the outskirts of town in a hut to the northwest. I should join you so that she doesn't kill you on sight. I'll be right by your side.
Vec, I hope you're watching.
It doesn't look like she's home. Let's see if we can figure out where she went. Nowhere to be seen. But all her belongings look like she was just here. You know, a less confident Argonian might start to take this personally. Not off the top of my head, but she can't be too far. It looks like she was just preparing a meal here, so perhaps she went looking for herbs? Let's search around. I think I know a spot. Elosi, we weren't doing anything.
You bring a stranger into my home, Muzel? An outsider entering my home unbidden seeks death. You only live because the annoying blacksmith who joins you is familiar to me. But this pause is a temporary state. Speak then. What is so urgent that you would break into my home? Distressing news. It seems my great fear has come to pass. There then is Satul Sa. She would never leave the villages undefended. Even once we decided our time was at an end, she insisted on staying. Dead? Satul Sa? She was the smartest and wisest of us all. This is impossible. And yet, since Muzel brought you, it must be true. The consequences of my selfish choice meant the death of my dear friend. Such a bitter lesson. You shall have my aid, if you perform a simple task. When I retired, I buried my blades deep in the ground. Go north to the ruins, retrieve them for me so that I may avenge Satul Sa. Be warned, as I made certain they are well protected. My daggers represented a life I thought I left behind. If you are serious about my help, find them, bring them back, and I will become the Sudden Gust once more. You asked to hear a long tale, one that I do not wish to tell, and may not have the right to tell. Be satisfied with this. A tree is not merely its trunk or branches or roots. It is also its seed. And so a tree without seeds is nothing at all. Indeed, so it does. I may have failed it, but I cannot change the past. I can, however, change its future. With my weapons, I can fight this Nezosa and defend the stone wastes once more.
I'll follow right along behind you. Inviting.
Rude. Has Amazon lost my package now? Are you joking? So first of all, they were supposed to deliver my package the day before yesterday. And then they were supposed to deliver it today. And now they're not supposed to deliver it till maybe tomorrow, maybe the 16th.
They must heal Lucy's.
So, you have... Even if you did let me sneak up on you. Let's speak. Your test?
What the fuck?
Roll! Roll if you can!
What the hell, not rude.
Yeah, this is twice now that my package has either been delayed or lost. With Bath and Body Works, they literally said that my package shipped and got delivered all in one day because they lost it.
And Mirta himself enchanted.
It was fun.
If they lose it, will they give you refund?
They said they would. So, they said if I don't get it by the 16th, then they will refund me.
coming for us.
Fingers crossed you get it or refund back.
Yeah, me too. Because that was, I think it was $45.
Cavern for solitude and study. Let's look near there and see if we can find any clues.
And $45 is a lot if it's lost.
These runes, like nothing. Do these runes have the same derivation? Maybe if I replace... Wait. What? Who are you? Why are you interrupting me? Leave here immediately! Oh, you brought that dusty blacksmith from the village? You must need something. That sounds like a whole bunch of not my business. Can't you see I am busy with my studies here? I don't have time to involve myself in the toils of others. Satu Sa brought this on herself. Had she any sense of reason, she'd be alive. Was I not clear? Have Nixads stolen my tongue? I said, be gone! Whatever their troubles are, I'm sure it looks much worse to you than it really is. My work, however, could change history. Go! Ka ka ka! You're seeking help from that drunken lout? You'd be better off on your own than with him. But if it gets you out of my scales, you can find him on the southwest edge of the forest near the cliffside. I trust you'll be disappointed.
So far, only half successful. Let's go find Otumi Ra's hut.
Interesting.
Plate too. Just one more. Those frogs dancing.
shouted, Satosa. No mud puddles for you, sir. Ah, here.
No response. I suppose Myrtal was right. This is the worst I have ever seen Otumi Rock get. Maybe this is what happens when the life of the party no longer has something to celebrate. Let us see. Wait, I have an idea on how to snap him out of it.
I trusted you to tell me.
A briar that grows out this way might help. The seed is inedible and it smells awful, especially to Argonians. If we get a couple of those, the smell will overwhelm him and wake him up. If anything is going to work, that will. I seem to remember a field of waking seeds grows to the east of here. Gather a handful, then come back. I will keep an eye on this hero of legends in the meantime. I should warn you, some creatures are attracted to the smell. Keep your scales moist.
You lead.
You're back. There's, no... Archaeok! I can already smell them on you. I do not even need to ask. Put them right up to Otumi Ra's nose. Let him get a big old whiff. Hopefully that snaps him right out. Well, the only plan...
That is awful. Oh, what? Who are you? Oh, what horrific stench of dead mules and fried dung have you thrust upon me? All I wish is a gentle slumber under the open skies and upon the mud. Does not a retired fighter for peace deserve such rest? Speak, brigand! No, my greatest friend, and I hoped one day my mate, if she would ever agree. Dead? How can I bear such enormous tragedy as this? Lay the facts onto the stone, stranger. Who has earned my unyielding, roiling anger? A battle against murderers and thieves. These are the types of trials I live for, or at least I used to. I imagine you and the blacksmith wish to join my struggle for freedom and revenge. Join me. I must celebrate, my friend, and test your mettle. Join me inside. We will see what you're made of.
Is it true that this Lotus plot...
All right, my newest friend. By joining me, you choose to engage in the challenge of my choice. Only through completing this test of your endurance and stamina shall I know your worth as a warrior. Do you believe yourself prepared? Oh, yes. I could sense that raging fire in your stout heart. I suspect you have slain many a foe in your travels. But if we are to go into battle together, I must put a fire in your belly as well. And so, we're going to do a drinking contest. What else? Show me that you hold the same strong will that makes for the greatest of warriors. Oh, chum, we shall see if you can withstand the greatest of Argonian ales and wines. Plus, this should help numb the rodents gnawing in my head. The drinks are in front of me. You may choose what we drink. Be warned, mixing Argonian spirits can fell the stoutest outsider. If you do not believe yourself up to the task, you may leave now. I will call you many rude names as you flee, though. Now choose a drink and get started.
All right, I'll give this a try. For the village, right? I don't feel so good.
A good start, but let's see how you do with even more. Bitter, isn't it? I make that myself, from whatever I find around the hut. Ha! Oh, I thought you'd fall to the ground like good noozle after that one. One more! The final one, and still you stand. A will made of true iron, you must... Impressive! Such strength! Such power! Such a stomach! I did not know they made outsiders who could stand against the might of Argonian ale. Would you like to continue? Not as part of the test, just for a wonderful time. Of course! I was always going to. This test was just to see if I would allow you to join me, or cut you down for waking me up. But you passed. Let us link arms and bring the fight to those who slew my dear Satulsa. 2 of the 3? Let me guess. Mirta refused. Do not be fooled. He has a good soul, but his mood is as legendary as my strength. Here, take my banner and place it on the cliff above my hut. He won't be able to stand knowing I'm going into a fight that he isn't. So don't worry. He'll be... Have no fear for the blacksmith. Some waking seeds, he'll fix him up. Still standing, chum? Legs aren't wobbling from fear or drink? No, I don't suppose I need worry about that for someone with your epic fortitude. Voss, do you see? The villagers join us. Our arrival gives them hope. This is your work. Ho ho, more than enough. These people feel a deep fire in their bellies, but someone needed to fan it until the flames shoot out their mouths. We have done this very thing. And with the addition of 3 winds of stone wastes, we are unbeatable. You're right, he isn't here with us. Make no mistake, I spent many turns of the season at his side. He's brash and filled with bees, but you'll find few with stronger character. He'll be here if he isn't lurking around already.
Ah, you arrived. And you managed to rouse Otunura. An impressive act, especially for an outsider such as yourself. I feel grateful for your efforts in bringing us back together. Now, however, we shall see how you fare in a fight. Of course I am. How silly to even ask. The winds of Stone Wastes have stood up to much worse than a flimsy army and a paper mud crab such as this warlord Nazosa. This will be no trouble. That is true. Perhaps you are right that I should not underestimate the danger that might be present behind those walls. But by the same token, he should not have killed one of our own. If he sought to frighten the wind.
It is good to see you. At least I think that is you. I could be having ale visions again. Anyway, you have done it. The winds have reunited, ready for battle. Because you convinced them. Well, 2 of them, at least. Well, as Otumi Ra carried me back to the village, we started discussing you. We hoped you'd lead the charge.
Once again, I fight by your side, Otumi Ra. My scales have itched for this moment.
Let your blades sing their horrible song, Elosi. I delight in the tune.
I seem to be making a lot of enemies lately. Off with you, Swit!
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
We are under attack! Those dumb villagers think they can take us!
My friend! Up here! I have need of you!
And protect those weapons!
Oh, I can feel the Why does anyone want to push anything over? To smash stuff, of course. You outsiders ask such ridiculous questions. I want the catapults below in splinters. So yes, I can push this most of the way. I just need your extra shove to finish the task. Oh, I was... A crushing like none other! Now hurry, seek out Nazosa.
Outsider, over here, quickly. Look, up above us. Prisoners from the village kept for sick entertainment. How many of them are thought dead, never to return home? I can release them, but I'll need your help. You see those pulleys up there? They control the cell doors. I can cut them, but someone needs to open the grate in front of them. Under the southwest tree, you'll find a crank. Turning it will open the grate. Then, I can free them. Huh. Once you turn the crank, I can reach the other, and the cell should unlock.
You lead. If you're going to kill bugs, at least kill Fetcher flies.
do not end this war, it will end us.
We're free. I never thought to see the day. Thank you.
Continue the fight. Remove these pests from our home.
Get back, you fetcher!
Finally, you show. Boss, I have need of you. Perhaps you are surprised to see... Oh, please. You knew I would show the moment you placed that banner. Did you really think I'd let Otumi Ra revel in all the glory by himself? Rubbish. He knows that he's useless without me here. I think I know how Nazosa killed Satul Sa. Do you see these weapons? Some mammal liquor enchanted them. With these, a handful of limp fins could fell the strongest of warriors. This is how they killed Satul Sa, and mean to kill the other winds. We destroy them, of course, but I need... Look for a scroll that was recently manhandled by brutes.
Vec, I hope you're watching.
I should have come down here more often when I lived in the village. These tomes are out of date, certainly, but an interesting history. Well, I suppose we're in a battle and shouldn't delay. Did you find the binding word? Ah, astute. There is hope for you yet. I'll make sure these weapons trouble us no more. Now we can land the final blow, and the warlord won't have a counter. Remove his symbol of authority. Walk into his chambers and pull down his banners. That way, his troops will know he is broken. If they don't outright turn on themselves, they'll likely steal what they can and flee. Hired hands are fickle. Now then, let me see what I can do with these.
We earned what we took everything else. Time to take your lives!
That one put up a fight, didn't they?
The manor burns! Warlord Narzosa has fallen!
Scatter! Everyone for themselves! Grab what you can!
Off with you, Swit! Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
They did it! The bandits flee!
The village belongs to us again. Sing for the
Who can
wind.
never guess the wind's direction? I do. After we...
They freed us!
Ready to make another one? I want to remember to avoid the Sul. Easy! Let your magicka recover! Hey, that shouldn't be there.
Ah, little mortals. Come speak to me. little mortals, have no fear. I have no particular desire to inflict harm upon you. Quite the contrary. I suspect we may be able to aid one another in the events that are about to unfold. Since my last encounter with the cute wood elf, I have been watching the activities of the Order of the Waking Flame. I followed a couple of their scouts and discovered this charming Daedric vault. I believe the ambitions are locked inside. The vault is warded, little mortal. Wards that repel Daedra, including me. You and the elf, however, should have no trouble. Just remove... Didn't she tell you? We met before, after she first became aware of Leovik's secret. I believe the book she found is the Mysterium Xarxus, penned by Mehrunes Dagon himself. Or so they say. She must place it on the lectern to disable the wards. Ah, yes, the scouts. One has been dealt with. The other may have slipped away while I was admiring the vault's construction. So I suggest you pick up the pace. The scout could return with reinforcements at any moment. Remember, while the wards are in place, none of us can enter the vault. Use the book the wood elf carries to disable them and open the way. Once the wards are down, I shall meet you inside. Now hurry! The Waking Flame could arrive at any moment. You cannot see it. The exquisite workmanship. The otherworldly crafting. This vault was not forged by mortal hands. In fact, I believe it was constructed in the lava crucibles of the Deadlands. It was definite curiosity, little mortal. How else am I to fill the... The wards not only serve as powerful locks, they are designed to specifically keep Daedric entities such as myself from passing through them. While merely an annoyance for a mortal, to me, the wards are deadly. Dagonists and Dremora familiar with such things say it was scribed in...
It's a weird upside down cross thing, S and question mark.
Look at this place.
Well done, little mortal. Now I must explore.
We open the door and Liren... It all comes back to Emperor Leovik's secret. How he hid the four ambitions before Varen reached Imperial City and killed him. We don't know exactly what these four ambitions are, but the documents indicated they're Daedric weapons of some sort. Yup,
And Lyran thinks they could arrive here at any moment. Let's look around. Oh, hey, one more thing. The book sort of started to tingle the moment we entered the vault. Just thought you should know. The Mysterium what now? Never mind. I can worry about that later. Right now, we have a job to do. I want to find out what's so important that Leovic had to stick it in a warded and sealed Daedric vault. I suppose the book started this whole quest. I found it in the Longhouse Emperor's old retreat. It's full of Daedric symbols and strange markings. Carrying it around, it feels like a burden. Heavy, oppressive. And now it's tingling. It feels like anticipation. Like the book wants to be here or something. Look, I've had some dark dreams since I found the book and those waking visions. But this is the first time... I don't know, like it wants something? Like I didn't have nightmares before I knew that. It's not talking to me, not with words. But I can feel it, like it's waking up. And while I've had similar sensations since I found it, the tingling really became intense when we entered this place.
I didn't know you were interested in that genre. I'll have to remember that. Hey! What happened to the vault? on a draft. It helps. I'm scared too.
Uh-oh. Another warded door ahead of us. There's another ward on the door ahead. Ready to see if we can open it? Only one way to find out. I'll place the book on the lectern. Then we'll see what happens. Then here we go. The book. It's almost as though it wants to help us open the door.
I think I'm gonna leave it here for now because I'm starting to get really tired.
Okay, sleep well.
I will try. Good night.